Okay, the 1-1 condition is not there in this table. Therefore, we considering for 1-1 don't care. For 1-1 is not there. Therefore, at the place of 1-1 we considering don't care, as we studied in digital electronics in third sem. Okay, the third sem in digital electronics there, where we had studied K-map, and you well know why I am write the don't care. Now, the blank place we consider 0-0. That means here signal is not occur, not comes high. Here make a pairing. This is the first pairing, and this is the second pairing. Okay. Now with the help of this pairing, now find the expression y2 is equals to that means this is the one, this is a don't care. In this case, this one is not changed. That means this is a y1. Write down here y1, and this is a w. And the second one is here. There is a pairing. Here pairing is made. So that means here w plus w, and in this case this is not changed. Therefore, what is this? This is the y2. We write down here y2. That means equation becomes w y1 plus y2. Have a confusion? We write down y2 is equals to w y1 plus y2. Now find the expression for z. Z is our output. So for z is equals to this is 0-0. Only at that place z is high. And what is the state? What is the state for output? The state is 1-0. That means when we comes at 1-0 state, the output goes to high. That means remember we discussed just before, we had discussed when the two consecutive ones occur, then the output becomes 1. That means at the state C we get 1. The C we consider C is a 1-0. Therefore, so we write down here z is equals to y2 y1 bar. Y2 y1 bar. Have any confusion? Okay. Now with the help of this expression, we realize a circuit diagram, or we realize a basic level circuit diagram, and this is implemented in this is a bulb IC, and after that we get a ASIC IC. ASIC means application specific IC. Those your application required, these kind of IC are designed. That means here your requirement is when the two consecutive one occurs, then output goes high, otherwise always output becomes low. That means those with the help of this activity, we design a circuit, we design a relations by which we designing a circuit level diagram. Now we design the circuit level diagram. If you have any confusion, ask me any question. You have no confusion? Understand what we are doing? Are you understand? Okay. Now we are going to design a circuit diagram. As we know that there are two next state. There are the two next state, and next state depends upon present state and as well as input. The next state depends present state and as well as inputs. That means we required this kind of the circuit. They have memory. That means only one one thing is there, the sequential circuit. What is the example for the sequential circuit? Flip-flop. Flip-flop is an element which have the single bit memory. Therefore, we using flip-flop for designing this FSM. Okay. So how many flip-flop is required? How many flip-flop is required? Here, how many next state is there in this diagram? How many states are there? Next state, 2 states. That means if you have 2 states, then you require 2 flip-flop. If you have the 3 next state, then how many flip-flop are required? 3. If you have a single next state, then how many flip-flop are required? Single. That means the flip-flop, number of the flip-flop depends upon number of the next state. How many next state? How many next state occur? If the next state is n, then the flip-flop number of the uses in flip-flop is n. Okay? Understand? Now, comes to design. So, according to this, how many flip-flop I design here? 2. We design our 2 flip-flop first flip-flop and the second flip-flop. This is a D flip-flop. Therefore, I write down the D, and this is a flip-flop. Flip-flop write as FF. Okay. This is its output, that is a Q bar and the Q bar. Okay. This is a D1 flip-flop, flip-flop 1 and flip-flop 2. Therefore, here I write down Q1, here is Q2, Q1 bar, Q2 bar. Okay. Now, when we design the flip-flop, we require a reset button. Therefore, here we design reset. Flip-flop operated with the help of the clock cycle, because here the clock is required. Here is clock is required because it is sequential circuit, and sequential circuit can't operate without clock. Therefore, here we design a clock because flip-flop are the clock operating circuit. Here CLK means clock. That means we design, and this is a D input 1 and the input 2. Input 1 and input 2. Now this is a present state Y1 and Y2, and this is the next state. The questions come in the mind why we consider this is a present state and this is a next state. Why? Those are presenting in your hand. This is a, if I have the chalk and this chalk is in my palm, that means this is a present. This is a present. Those output occur in this flip-flop, that is called a present. And what will be happen? The next state is totally depends upon the input of the flip-flop. If the input is 0, the flip-flop output is 0. If input is 1, the output 1. That means this is a present state and this one is this is a next state and this one is a present state. We always considering if the output comes, it is a present state, and those not come, that means it's come after a few minutes or a few seconds, that we are considering as a future state. That okay? That means therefore I am considering this one is a next state and this one is a present state. That means it is already done and it will be done. Will be means that not completed, they are going to complete it. Okay? You have any confusion? Understand? Now, the Y1 is here. This is the Y1. The input, the state is Y1 and Y2. Y1 and Y2, small y1, Y2 is the present state, and the present state is there, Y1 and the Y2. Here, this is a Y1, this is a Y1 bar, and this is a y2 bar. That means here w y1 bar y2 bar. Okay, at the place y1 w y1 bar and y2 bar is there. Then how this is in product form, therefore we require a AND gate. Okay, this is in the product form, therefore we require a AND gate. Now we design a AND gate. This is a AND gate. Okay, this one is a w is a input, and y1 bar is here. Where? This is a y1 bar. This is a y1 bar, and the next one is y2 bar. Where the y2 bar? Here is a y2 bar. Y2 bar. Okay, and this is a y2. That means here what comes? W, y1 bar and y2 bar, and this is equals to y1. This is equals to y1. Now we are going to realize y2. Y2 means this one and this one. This is the product form. This is in the product form, and the both are in addition form. That means here you require a AND gate. Here you require a AND gate, and now at last we require a OR gate. That means here we design where we require a 3 gates, 2 AND gate and 1 OR gate. Therefore we design. This is a, what is this? This is a OR gate. This is a AND gate. The output of first one, second one. Now W. First one is a W. W, where W? W is here. I am rubbing this portion. Here, this is a W. Now, this is a W. Now we realize this one. We realize this one. This is a W. And we have considered this is a gate G1 and G2. Let for simplicity we consider this is a G1 and this is a G2. So G1 have a W and G2 also have a W. Then this is goes to this one. Okay. Now what do you require? Y1. Where is Y1? Y1 is here. Now we design a Y1. Okay. This is a Y1. This is a Y1. This is a W. And at the place, what do you get? W Y1. Okay. This is a W. This is a Y1. We get W into Y1. Now here, this is a gate 2. Gate 2. For gate 2, W already I mentioned. And Y2, where Y2? Y2 is there. Y2 is there. Y2 is there. This is a Y2. This is a W, and we get W of Y2. Okay? You have any confusion? Okay, yeah. This is a small one. This is a small. Okay, thank you. Now, at the place, what do you got? At the place, you got W Y1 plus W Y2. And this is a Y2. This is a Y2. That means this portion is a combinational portion. This portion is called combinational circuit. Combinational circuit. And this is called this portion is called a sequential circuit. And at last, what we are going to design? Z. So Z is equals to Y2 and Y1 bar. So Z is equals to, this is a, in product form, this is a Z, and Z is equals to Y2 and Y2 and Y1 bar. Where Y1 bar here. This is a Y1 bar. This is a Y1 bar, and the Y2 here is, where is the Y2? Y2 is here. This is a Z. This is also a combinational bar. That is the combinational bar. Combinational circuit. And this in between is there. This is a sequential circuit. That means with the help of the whole, when we concluding this, we get at the last, in this FSM, in this finite state machine, we get two combinational circuits and the one sequential circuit. That means when we adding combinational and sequential circuit, then we get a, what do we get? Finite state machine. Okay? When we get a finite state machine. Finite state machine, there are two types. There are two scientists discuss the finite state machine, and they state that those machine which output depends only on input, that kind of the state machine is called a Mealy type state machine, and those type of the state of those FSM whose output depends upon input and as well as state of the machine, that kind of the machine is called a Moore type machine. And once again repeating, those FSM whose output totally depends upon input, that type of the machine is called Mealy type machine, and those machine whose output depends upon input and as well as output, state, that is called a Moore machine. No, this is an example for Moore machine. This is the example for Moore machine, and here we get the machine output totally depends upon state. The machine output totally depends upon state. That means those machine whose output totally depends upon state, that is called a Moore type machine, and those machine which output depends upon the state and as well as input, that means Mealy machine. And it is very easy to remember. In Hindi we say Mealy. Mealy means meat. Mealy means meat. When you got input at the output, then the Mealy machine is occur, and you do not got at output any input, that means that is a Moore machine. So only remember that if input are there at output, that means that is a, if the input are there at output, that is called a Mealy, and there the input is not there at output, that is called a Moore. And the definition of the Moore machine is those FSM or those machine which are totally depends upon a state of the machine, that is called a Moore type machine. And the Mealy's definition is those machine whose output depends upon inputs and as well as state of the machine, that is called a Mealy type machine. Now we are going to start next topic, and the next topic is Mealy type machine. This is the example for the Moore. Now we are going to study Mealy type machine. So there are the two adders are there. The first adder is a Mealy type, and another adder is a Moore type. Mealy and Moore are the two type of the state machine which are very important, and regularly Moore type machine asked in RTO examination as well as other competitive examination. What is the Moore type of serial adder? What is the Mealy type of the serial adder? Therefore, this is very important. And first of all, we discuss Mealy type serial adder. Now we are going to start Mealy type serial adder. Mealy type serial ladder. The topic is Mealy type serial ladder. Here we consider the two states. State is G and state is H. Let G means G, that carry is equals to 0 and the H carry is equals to 1. Okay, we consider the two state here. G is carry contain 0 and the H, the carry contain 1. Okay, now the first of all start the machine is first of all started by the reset. Now the input we consider AB is our input, and what will be the input? Input is maybe 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1. Okay, these are the input and Z be the output, In this case, Mealy type of the state machine, we write down like that: AB/Z. AB means this is the input and Z means this is the output. We are generally, in the case of the Mealy type machine, we write down that type AB/Z. AB means 0 and Z means output. Here we always consider the sum is as a output. Okay. In the type of this, in the Mealy type serial ladder, we always consider S is a S means sum. Sum is as a output. That means we forget the carry. Carry is not a output. It is a type of the input. Okay. Now the input may be 0 0. When 0 0 occur, then what will be happen? 0 plus 0 0 0. When 0 0 comes, then output is 0 and carry is also 0. Now it is write down like that, then you easily understand that is a A, that is a B, that is a sum and that is a carry. Okay, this is a 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Write down the sum: 0 0 0 sum 0 carry 0, 0 1 sum 1 carry 0, 1 0 sum 1 carry 0, 1 1 sum 0 carry 1. Okay, now you are comfortable. If at the state G 0 0 comes, then what will be happen? The sum is considered as the output, that is the Z. Okay, sum is a Z, we are considering this is a Z. When AB 0 0, then output is 0 and the carry is 0. And if you got the carry 0, then which type of the state are you choosing? If carry is 0, then G state we choosing G state, and when the carry is 1, then we choosing H state. That means when 0 0 comes, the output is 0 and the carry is also 0. That means it is stay at G state. It will not transit. If the 0 1 comes, then output is 1 and carry is 0. That means which state it is like at same state. That means when 0 1 comes, the output becomes 1 but state not change. Why state not change? Because carry is still 0. Now 1 0 comes, the output becomes 1. 1 0, that means this is a 1 0. 1 0. Output becomes 1 but carry is still 0. Therefore we do not transit, we are staying here. Now the fourth case, 1 1 comes, then what will be happen? When 1 1 comes, the output is 0 but carry is 1. Now the carry is 1. When the carry is 1, so 1 containing state is, carry 1 containing state is, we consider H. Therefore when 1 1 comes, when output is 0, but we transit Z to H. Why we transit Z to H? Because at the last 1 the sum is 0, but the carry is 1, and the 1 carry contained by H. Therefore we transit. Okay. Now comes to H. Now here H, the carry is 1. In the case of H, state H, the carry is 1. Now you consider Cin. In the Cin, carry is always 1. So what will be happen? Wait, here. You make this type of the table in the rough. With the help of this table, we easily design a state diagram with the help of this table. And if you are not make a table, then the confusion comes, and maybe it is makes your question wrong. Therefore, you first of all you make a table, addition table, and then you comes to on the state diagram. Okay. Now here in the H state, for the H state, in the case of the H state, carry is always 1, because you considering at state H the carry is equals to 1. Okay. Therefore now becomes 0 0 0 0 1 1. Output carry 0. Okay. 0 1 1 1 1 0 carry 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 carry 1. Now in this case 1 1 0 1 1 0 carry 1 and 0 1. Are you understand? Okay. Now first, when 0 0 comes, what will be happen? Output is 0, but output is 1, but carry is 0. That means carry 0 containing element is G. Carry 0 containing element is G. That means at 0 0 output becomes 1. Okay. Now second case. In this case 0 1 the output becomes 0, but carry is still 1. That means carry containing element is H. Therefore at 0 1 carry is 1, but output is 0. At 1 0 the output is 0, carry is still 1. At 1 0 output is 0, but carry 1. And the last case when 1 1 come, Z is 0 and carry is also 1. That means 1 is there, the 1 containing element is H. Therefore at 1 1 the output is 1, but carry output is 1, but carry also 1. Therefore we stay at H state. Have any confusion? Now this is a state diagram. Now with the help of the state diagram, we are going to make a state table. Okay. We make a state table. Now state table is first of all, that is the present state, that is the next state, and that is the output state. In the Mealy type machine, the output depends upon present state as well as input. Therefore, we write down AB, that is 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, that is the 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, and the present state is G and H. If 0 0 come, then